Greetings, sailor people. Tim here. I thought I'm gonna present my home harbor. It's located in an island called Træna, or the island actually is called Husøy in the Træna archipelago. It's a small fishing community out in the Atlantic Ocean in the north of Norway. Just a couple of kilometers that way, we have the Arctic Circle. So this is the harbor. There you see my boats, and a boat behind me is a friend of mine. There you see some fishing boats. And over there we have a place where you can deliver all the fish from the fishermen and the island is living off. It's mainly cod and herring. So, and over there we have for tourists, it's called Rorbu. I don't know the English name for it. And the old boat there is museum boats, so they used to take tourists out to see how they did fishing in the good old days. So let's take a look at my boat. I have a very nice mooring here. So I'm happy to have. So this is the boat. It's a Shipman 28, so I refurbished. When I started the job, it was laying in the wood, and it had been laying there for about 5 years under a big pine tree. So me and a friend, we started refurbish it. We took down all the paints, painted it new. We restored all the woodwork. We put out a bowsprit, and we cleaned it thoroughly. And you see, I have put a net on it, and that's because on my old sailboat, I'm a photographer. I lost a camera overboard because I didn't have a net, and that cost me about 55,000 Norwegian kroner. So I will not let that happen again. So in the back we have a little platform so you can go swimming and things like that, and that's the reserve engine in case the main engine will fail. It's old. The boat is 74. And as people know, or probably don't know, Shipman is constructed in Sweden by a guy called Ole Enderlein. And he's famous for saying that nice boats sail well. And I will say Shipman is a very nice boat. It's 29 foot, and it weighs about 3.5 tons. And it's an excellent boat for sailing. It's safe, it's fast, and you have very good comfort on board. The mast is about 12 meters, and it's a very sturdy and solid construction. The whole boat is very sturdy and solid. This boat is built in 74. I don't know the build number. But you see the difference between the old shipments and the new shipments is that the old shipmen have glass fiber here instead of aluminium as the new boats, or the newer boats have. I'm not still finished with the refurbishing. I have a lot of job left, but most of the woodwork is finished. And most of the plastic work is finished. I have some jobs still on the main engine to do, and I have to get a friend of mine that is a chief on board in a bigger boat. Is going to help me to fix the main engine. But as I said, all the woodwork, I cleaned it up, I sanded it all down. And I didn't use paint or something, I just used oil on all the woodwork. And let's take a look inside. It's not so tidy, because it's still a little project, but it's a sailing project. So here I have a stove. Underneath here I'm gonna take out this plate, and I'm gonna put a fridge inside in that room. This is usually a bed, so you can stick your feet under. But you have six birds, and I really don't need that one. So this whole cabinet here is gonna be a refrigerator. This berth I use for storing the sails. You can see on the wall. I'm not finished with that yet. And also I'm gonna get new gloves with different colors, because this is from 1974 and it doesn't look so well. It's okay, but I want to make a more modern look on it. And here you have an oven, because in Norway it's pretty cold to sail in Norway. Even in the summer it's cold. We just have a few days you can be out sailing in t-shirt and really have a nice time. So in Norway, when you go sailing, you need to have warm clothes. Otherwise you will freeze. And also when you go to the harbors, you need, in the evening, you need an oven. So all people that's gonna sail in the north of Norway, summer or winter, remember, warm clothes, have something to heat up the boat in the evening and nights, because it can be really, really uncomfortable to wake up in a cold, damp boat. Here you see it's a little, it's not so tidy yet. I still have a lot of cases here with equipment, tools, things like that. So I haven't found place for yet. But you see, I've been refurbished the woodwork in all the boats, and the walls, the decks. So it's starting to look very nice. And I have to admit, I really like this boat type. It's not too big, it's not too small. When you go to small harbors, it's very easy to maneuver around the other boats. So it's a very convenient size. And it's big enough to you can go all over the world with it. You can sail every ocean you like. And that's a nice thing, I think. And I still have to put some navigation equipment on the boat. I have this, but this is just to measure depth and see if there are fish on the boat. Is I can't remember the name. It's shirp it's called. So you get like a photography on the boat. So if you see a shipwreck or things like that, it comes up on the screen. So it's pretty convenient to have. Also, if you like to go fishing, it's very convenient, because you can just adjust it and it will pick up all the fishes that's underneath your boat. So you see you have on the aft deck. Also, that's very nice to have. When you're sailing, it's a nice place to stand. So because very much when I'm sailing, I'm standing here, looking forward. And yeah, some people like to sit, I like to stand. But all in all, I'm very pleased with the boat. I'm happy that I could be a co-owner on it, because it's cheap and it's safe and sturdy and have very good capabilities. So I'm happy. I'm already in love with my shipman. The Swedish guys, they really know how to make boats. It's almost better than the Norwegians. So that's a small presentation of the Shipman 28. It's a very nice boat. It's a classic, really classic boat. So me and this boat, we're gonna go on many journeys together out here in the Arctic, because this is Arctic. Like I said, it's just a couple of kilometers north of this island. We have the Arctic Circle. So people that know Norway, you know, we have a lot of fjords, we have islands, we have midnight sun, and in the winter time we have northern lights. So you get very spectacular photos and very spectacular views when you go sailing. People that haven't tried sailing in fjords will be surprised, because that's very difficult, because the wind comes in all directions. But out here, and where I live, on my island, it's much more easy to sail, because the wind is constant, and it's very often is from east, south, east. Now today we have a wind from the north, so it's friggin' cold. But most of the time we have a wind from the west, so or southwest. So we have a big ocean around us. You can go training, you can go try out new things, errors, things not to do, because it's very safe to sail around this island. It's pretty deep, and you can make errors and be not so far from shore. So to learn to sail and things like that, it's very nice to be out far in the ocean. Later in this channel, I will put out some pictures from this place and around this place, so you can see how it looks. But it's it's spectacular view. Everywhere you go around here, it's spectacular. You have very nice beaches around there. It's white sand with the turquoise water. You have a lot of fish. You have a lot of everything in the water. And I don't know if you see it here, but the water around here is crystal clear. You can see the bottom for 10-15 meters without no problem. So if you want to go here and dive, things like that, it's a perfect place for it. So it's a wonderland for sailing. But like I said, when I was in the boat, it's pretty cold. So you have to remember to wear good clothes if you're planning on go sailing in Norway. So that's all for this time, folks. Don't remember to subscribe and click the like button. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.